Okay, let's go over some of these preliminaries. So in this section of your book, 1.2, Intercepts, the intercepts are where your graph is going to cross one of the axes, either the x-axis, where's my pen, or the y-axis. There we go. So remember, the x-axis is the horizontal one, and the y-axis is the vertical one. When we write our intercepts, we always write them as an ordered pair. And remember, our ordered pair, the x value goes first and the y value goes second. All right, so the x-intercepts of the graph are the points where it touches the x-axis. So this point right here, which has a -1 x value and a 0 y value. And this one right here, which has a, -3 x value and a 0 y value. So the x-intercepts, the place where the graph crosses the x-axis, also correspond to the y values being 0. The y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis, in which case the x-coordinate will be 0. So we see that point is there, which if we go up 1, 2, 3, it has 0 on the x value and 3 on the y value. Okay? Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then if you go ahead and read these on your own from the textbook, you could see exactly where we arrived. All right, here are some facts. Since the x-intercepts are where the graph crosses the x-axis, every point here has y equals 0. So how you find it, if you're given an equation or a function notation, and you're asked to find the x-intercepts, you're going to plug 0 in for y and then solve for x. If you're asked to find the y-intercepts, you're going to plug in x equals 0 and solve for y. So let's look at an example together. Suppose we want to find the x and y-intercepts of this equation right here, y equals x squared plus 5. So if we're going to find the x-intercepts, we're going to set y equal to 0. All right, so we're going to plug in 0 for the y, which we did over here, and then we have to solve for x. So if we can, we want to isolate x by itself, and we can in this case with the quadratic because we don't have an x term. Move the 5 over, and remember when we square root a x squared, we pick up a plus or minus on the left. So those are my values that correspond to the x-intercepts, but the x-intercepts themselves are the points. So the x, comma, y. All right, to find the y-intercepts, we plug in x equals 0. So we did right there. So there's our 0 for our x. So y equals 0 squared minus 5, which is minus 5. Therefore, the y-intercept, which is the point, not just the value, is 0, -5. All right, let's do this together. So we want to find the x and y-intercepts of this equation. Y equals 4 minus 7x. So if we want to find the x-intercepts, remember, we set y equal to 0 and solve for x. All right, so we're going to put 0 onto the left equals 4 minus 7x. Now we want to isolate our x if we can, divide both sides by -7. The negative divided by the negative, they cancel, and so we have x equals 4/7. That alone is not the x-intercept because remember, the x-intercept is the ordered pair. X value first, y value 0. This is our x-intercept. To find the y-intercept, we're going to set x equal to 0. Let's change colors just to distinguish it. So to find the y-intercept, we're going to set x equals 0, and we will solve for y. So we take that our equation, y equals 4 minus 7x. We're going to plug in 0 right there. Y equals 4 minus 7 times 0. 7 times 0 is 0, so we're left with just 4. That alone isn't our answer. That's the y value at the y-intercept. But the actual intercept is 0 for x, 4 for y. Dun, dun, dun. That's it.